Hello, coming up on today's Retro Robbins Show, we're going back to 1988. Did you what? Hit your heart 80 years earlier. Yeah, when Crash had their 50th one finally released to us to have a look at, and we're going to review about 8 games from out of that. And of course, Crash must have been in a bad mood. Why? And they took it out on Bug Bite. Well, you'll see for now. So, what time is it? It's not Chico time, it's Titles time, so join me next on the Retro Robbins Show. Hello, welcome to the Retro Robbins Show with me, of course, Wayne Retro Robbins. So, if you love a bit of 8-bit, well then you're going to love a bit of me. And today we're reviewing 8 different games. Hopefully we'll get them all in this one episode from issue number 50 of the Crash magazine, March 1988. Oh yeah. And when Crash actually cost £1.25. So we've get straight to the game reviews in a moment. Got no real news for you just yet. However, posted something on Facebook earlier that I'd like you all to take part in, hopefully. I haven't posted it yet, but I will do. It's just a little question, and if you can give me a little bit of feedback, that'll be much appreciated. Thank you very much. So let's get on to today's first game review, and I'll tell you a bit about the game before we actually stick it on the screen so you can see it in all its glory. So the game... Oh, look, I've just seen an advertisement for Atari ST for £260 and $299 plus that. The days have gone by when I wanted one of them. Now I'm just happy with my Spectrum. So, what we're talking about today. First game we're talking about is, of course, from Alternative Software. It was a budget game. It cost $1.99. Steve Evans was the author. And of course, we'll tell you a bit about the ratings. Let's get to the right file for you first of all. And you might be able to guess what it is from the file that I picked. Just got to go up a little bit. Where is it? I've missed it. I missed it. There it is, I think. We'll use the snapshots for the Z84. We'll go for the Z84, shall we? Okay, so the presentation they gave was 50%. It's in pink. It's hard to read in pink. Look at that. Presentation they gave 50%, graphics they gave 43%, playability they gave 55%, and addictive quality is 36%. So its overall rating was 41%, and the game we're talking about is this one. It's Microball. It's effectively a pinball game, and there you have it, the actual pinball itself. Oh yes, I forgot. I'm using a joystick today. Great. The computer of choice is the Omni 128, which I got plugged via a SCART lead into my monitor there, simply because it's quick and easy for me to just slap up the snap files nice and quickly to the television, so as you can all see. Yeah, it is what it is. It's a pinball game, and I think I've got to remember how to start. Oh, you can have as many players as you like, and then you just get going by pressing space, I believe. I think space. And ZX. So what do I think of this game? Well, it's nothing overly exciting. It is what it is. The ball's got a reasonably accurate bounce. It gets quite fast in parts, but it is only what you see on the screen. Obviously if you can get around the top there, you can light up them letters. And once you light up them letters and you hit that little like net in the middle, I've lost the ball. I've lost the ball. I've lost the ball. Can I have my ball back, please? Oh yeah, of course. Here it is. It's yeah, it's a good one for passing 10-15 minutes. A little bit of fun. I wouldn't say it's over the top, but Crash gave it 41%. What are we going to give that one? Well, I've got to be fair to it. It is what it is. It's a pinball game. It's not really exuberant in the screen display. It's got a reasonable amount of colours. I don't like the little numbers in the middle, the 10, 9, 8 and all those little red blocks basically. I don't think that's all that good, and it's hardly got any sound other than the bounce of the ball. So I'm going to give that a 5 out of 10, and if you agree and if you haven't seen it before, there's one you might like to try out. Oh, something just fell. Oh, it's just a lie. We can live with that. So let's move on to the next game. And the next game is, of course, oh, I think you'll like this one. I like this one, strangely enough. And, right. This is the one that Crash was upset about, I think. They must have upset him somewhere along the line. I'll tell you why, because they got a 7% overall rating. And I didn't think it was that bad. Honestly, you tell me, you make your own mind up, you try it out. Right, it was Bug Bite. It was a budget game, retail at $2.99, and it was by Peter Walson. I need to put my false teeth back in. Watson. Peter Watson. And let's have a look. They gave the graphics 18%. We'll see about that. Sorry, they gave the graphic 8%, the presentation 18%. I got it the wrong way around. Playability 8%, addictive qualities 10%, overall rating 7%. How's that for probably the lowest game I've ever seen rated on this show? Well, first of all, let's put a pause on the AY sound. It has got sound, it's got a bleeper sound. It's only got sound at the start of the game. You've got your keys ZX and K and M, so you haven't got a fire, it's just an up down, it's just a maze game. So let's have a look at the game itself. There it is. It looks like that rabbit out of Manic Miner on one of the third levels. So you've got to walk around the maze and avoid all the bad guys. It's just a clever little maze. I actually like the colours and the sprites. I don't think they're all that bad, but you know. That is annoying though. The death sequence is annoying. Looks like a teddy bear there, doesn't he? Not a rabbit. And so once you collect the first item, there's a few doors that open up. Because I'm not going to make it to another door, we'll go to there. And you have to be fast, because if you're not too fast, there's a fox that comes, and there he is. And he'll walk around the screen, and if you don't move to get out of his way quick enough before you get to the next door, he'll come in to get you. And he's loose already. So yeah. Well, he's pushed him further down, so. And I've made it out of here. So just about careful timing, really. It's not an immensely difficult game. Oh, that is the most annoying death sequence ever. Yep, it don't take him long to get out, does it? And hopefully, I was clear of that, wasn't I? Cheat. But that's the general game, and tell me what you think of it. Well, 7 out of 7%? 7%, really? It was much better than that. I'm going to give that game, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. It might be a generous 5, it might not be. It's not all that bad. The graphics are a little bit better than what they made out of. That has got to be the lowest. What did Bug Bite do to you kids from school, Crash? Huh? Don't forget these were reviewed by school kids that just jumped up to Ludlow top third floor to say, let's play some games. Yeah, see if you agree. So let's move on to the next game, bring back the AY sound and get rid of this. And that was Piggy. Spelled P-I-G-G-Y, not Iggy Azaleas. I-G-G-Y. Sorry, that tune just was like an earworm, it stuck him off. We're bringing 1988 back, you know. Sorry. So, Crash having a bad day. Take a look at this, I'll show you now. Posted it earlier. Let me show you a big screen form. LA SWAT with a picture of Merlin, and Merlin with a picture of LA SWAT. Los Angeles SWAT, of course. So they got the pictures the wrong way round. The right reviews, but the wrong way around. And there's somebody posted on Facebook all the right pictures, not necessarily in the right places. That was quite funny. I like it. I like it. So we're going to go with LA, Los Angeles. Los Angeles what? And we're gonna, because I've got to read this rating here with the Merlin on. It's going to be quite confusing. Presentation 30%, graphics 21%, playability 31%, addictive qualities 21%, overall rating 26%. Wow, they're giving some low ratings today, aren't they? Whoa. Well, back in 1988 there was. Straight away you got a nice big colourful menu, and of course by using the cursor keys you can choose. I'm going to go for Kempston. It's so slow when it fills the screen, probably the slowest I've ever seen screening. There's 3 of you on the screen and you've got to walk up the screen, and anything that's that colour's deadly. And they just keep coming, but you've just got to try and get as far as you can. And if you're not careful, as I was just saying, when you die you get, and if there's any baddies by you, you end up dying straight away again. Slow, sluggish scrolling, not great in the way of the graphics, but it's not ridiculously bad, so yeah. Is it playable? Not really. I've had better games I'd rather play. Unfair collision control occasionally, but that's Elise Watson. What are we going to give that a rating at? Well, they gave it an overall rating, well, that was poor, wasn't it? 26%, effectively 2.5 out of 10. Well, I'm not going to say it's that bad. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10 rating, so we're going to move on to the next game of today. 4 out of 10, you might like it, but then, you know, these things you may not have seen before. Hopefully we might find a gem for you to see yourself. So the next game, and because of the change of light, the camera might zoom a bit of in and out a little bit. Here's this one with the largest sprites I've ever seen, Merlin. So what did they rate this at? 33%. 33% presentation. I've got tongue tied there. Graphics 57%, playability 41%. How can you give graphics 57% when they're the biggest sprites I've ever seen? Addictive qualities 39%, overall rating 40%, effectively 4 out of 10. And there's your keys, QA, OP and 1. So it's Q for jump, A for duck and 1, so it's going to be a fairly simple game. Let's have a look at this game itself. If you go around the screen, look how big that sprite is. Just pause the AY sound a second. If you listen to the sound of it as well, it's got the same sound as Roller Coaster. And even got the way you die as Roller Coaster. Cleverly tried to disguise the colour clash, although look, the magician virtually disappears there. Oh, it is kind of difficult. It is kind of difficult. Good sprites though, big sprites. Will you stop moving when I'm not telling you to move? It's starting up in the air, that's why. Oh, and that brick wall's going to, I mean, that's very roller coaster-esque, isn't it, really, to be fair. So, what are we going to make of this one? Are we going to give it that 4 out of 10 rating? Well, I thought it was a bit harsh on the graphics there, because I thought the graphics, they're huge sprites, aren't they? And it's reasonably colourful. It does sound a little bit like Roller Coaster, even that little scrolling a bit with the jerking and the letters going along is similar to Roller Coaster. However, it's a completely different game. So, oh! My alarm's going off. That's to tell me my pizza's in the oven, it's cooked. What am I going to give it? Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to be generous today because they gave it a 4 out of 10. I'm not exactly going to argue with Crush on that one. I'm going to give it a 5 though. I'm going to go one better than that. So we move on to the next game. Indeed we shall. We're getting through them so far today. That's a good run already. So the next game is published by... it's Mastertronic. We can't go wrong with Mastertronic, can we? We blooming well can. Right, let's see if I can find the right file for you. We'll go for the tap file, shall we? So let's have a look at this rating for you. Before we show you the game, let's tell you what it is. Presentation 43%, graphics 53%, playability 45%, addictive qualities 40%, overall rating 48%, budget game at $2.99, and of course the game is this one. It's Energy Warrior, and I think we'll go for 2 joystick. I'll tell you what, it's got a good AY sound, doesn't it? Press 5 to start. Or should we go 1 keyboard? Do you think we should just listen to the AY sound for a bit? No, let's play it. Yeah, it's just QAO P&M, and as soon as you get a key you can move to the next level. It's a good little shoot 'em up really, quite colourful. Not much sound. Funny that, they've got AY sound in the actual start of the game, but when you actually play the game, it isn't great. You need to clear each type of sprite type monster as you go, and then you get a new set. And the good thing is you don't die by being close to them. The collision control's very good actually. They don't kill you straight away if they hit you, but they've got bullets and stuff that can. And if you carry on this way, you'll just come back round to them, so as you can see. So you just have to clear each one as they go along. The screen will change colour as you get to different levels. I've got to be honest, I can find myself playing this just to see how it changes colour. Oh look, Attack of the Mutant Cupcakes. Makes me hungry though, I want to eat them, not I don't want to shoot them, I want to eat them. Oh dear me. Yeah, so what we're going to give this a rating now, as without giving this video too long. So its overall rating was 45%, sorry, did I say 48? It's 45. And I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10. It's quite addictive. Oh, I've got to get that cupcake. It's hiding behind the wall. There we go. So yeah, that's that one. You might like it. Give it a go. Energy Warrior. Let's move on to the next game. And we've got 2 games the same, virtually, type of game anyways. We're going to start with the first one, which is going to be BMX Kids. And obviously it's going to be by Firebird. Now, you know what you're going to get straight away, don't you, with Firebird. So yeah, they give you a long presentation. And hopefully... The thing is, with some of these games, you can't start them until they've showed their little bit of writing. No matter how much you try, but yeah. Track number 1, practice. Okay, let's do this. I need to tell you what the ratings are while it's running through that. So, presentation, they gave it 61%. Graphics, they gave it 65%. Playability, they gave it 69%. Addictive quality, 76%. Its overall rating was 69%. So let's get into the game. Come on game, start. There we go. And, oh yeah, I forgot. I'm using keys and on. I've changed to Kempston and now I'm on keys. So I've got to work out what the keys are. There we go. Now, funny keys, isn't they? Oh, it's gone to Sinclair. You need to basically beat all them bikes, but you need to click things like that wheel to give you a bit of extra speed, and you get like a can shape there, which extends the screen, which is your timing going down, and your energy. And if you run out of energy, then I haven't moved up and down yet, have I? You want to know why that is? Yeah, I've got it. I got it. I'm going up. I want to go down. And if you run out of energy, you start to slow down. So yeah. No sound, of course. Put the AY sound back on. It's just dead quiet. I did, when I put it on Kempston, I did actually get through a couple of levels, but unfortunately I don't know what the keys are, so I'm trying to work it out as I go along. Ah, I collected that, didn't I? There we go. Oh, if you stay still as well, your energy goes back up, because you, just like fatigue really, you sort of recover it. But them little cans there must be energy drinks of some sort, because they give you energy as well. So what are we going to give that a rating as? They said 69%, 7 out of 10. Okay, I totally agree with Crash with that. So let's move on to the next game. So before we get on to the next game, let's tell you it's another cycling game, believe it or not. This one is more of a motorbike than a pedal bike. It's by Mastertronic. It retailed at $1.99 and it's by Paul Murray. He was the author. So the graphics were 72%. The graphics was 67%. The playability, the presentation was 72%. Get it in the right order. I'm getting as bad as Crash with the pictures in the wrong color. Playability 79%, addictive quality 76%, its overall rating, which is the one we need to know about, is 77%. So just recap that: presentation 72, graphics 67, playability 79, addictive qualities 76, overall 77. And the game we're talking about is, we've got to go down a file because I'm on the wrong one. We'll go for the tape file. Kickstart 2. Okay, there's no AY sound to this, so once again it's bleeper. And you can have a 2-player game, and you just effectively got to jump just a bit. Remember the TV program Kickstart? If you go too fast you fall off. I got went flying. Oh, come on, I couldn't do anything about that. It'll move you on a little bit sometimes. It's not too bad. I wouldn't say it's as good as that. I've jumped. You've got to jump over the potholes, haven't you, and get enough speed up. But it's a 2-player game, and you can see what you've got to basically do. I've got to jump on there, and then intense concentration again. Ah, well, rubbish. Rubbish. So I don't like it really as much as they say. It's 77% they gave it, which is effectively 8 out of 10. Graphically, it's not bad. It's not brilliant. I think ATV Simulator was a much better game for, but that was also awkward when you fell off the bike, wasn't it? So, what am I going to give this a rating? I'll tell you what, I'm only going to give it a 6 out of 10. Disagreeing totally with Crash then back in the day. They might feel differently about it today. You might feel differently, but that's my view and my opinion. So let's just move on to the next game. And the next game's really hard. Let's have a look at it. Where's it gone? This should work. It is of course a Codemasters game. So if it's Codemasters, it's got the chance it's got the word simulator in it, and this one doesn't let you down. Jet Bike Simulator. The darlings. Alright, presentation 80%. No, that's not bad, is it? If they could say it's 80%, but then you know what you get with Codemasters sometimes, so they all tend to start and roughly play the same way. Graphics 67%, playability 72%, addictive qualities 78%. Its overall rating was 75%. So it was effectively 7.5 out of 10, and of course Jet Bike Simulator. Let's give it a go. There it is. Let's pause this because you've got a bit of bleeper sound there. I don't know if you can. I don't know why that microphone's picking it up, but I'm not going to go for it. So we need to press space to select. Yeah. Let's go for the controls. Controls. And now, yeah. And press enter to start. So there's your little jet bike, and you just got to guide it around the course. And as always, I'm so good at this that I've crashed before I've even got out the starting blocks. Oh, it's very difficult to control. And they do a couple of laps, and you've got to try and make it through the and I'm going to get lapped. I'm not going to get lapped. I promise you, I am not getting lapped. No way are they lapping me. Oh dear. That's because there's only one lap. Told you I wasn't going to get lapped, didn't I? You wouldn't let it lie. Oh dear. So what do we make of that game? And judging by the way I can play it, I'll probably need a bit more practice soon. 75%, do we agree with Crash? Are we going to give it a 7 out of 10 rating? not my cup of tea. It's just, it is what it is. I don't know whether you get any more courses than that, because I've not really played it, but I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10, I'm afraid. Sorry, sorry Codemasters, but that's not my cup of tea. Anything else you got that are simulators? Basically nearly every game you use. For some strange reason, Codemasters figured out that by putting the word simulator on the game, it sold more. Was we stupid as children? Don't answer that, because I might be, but yeah, I'm not going to go around insulting you. So that's it for today's show on Retro Robbins. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you've seen a few games you might not have seen before. Some you may have played before, but it reminded you of them, and you might like to try them again. As an adult, you might be better at them than you was as a kid. Who knows? But if we've all had PlayStation 4s, we tend to go to them for the games nowadays, don't we? But not necessarily. I still love playing some of the old 8-bit classics, and I hope you do too. So yeah. So if you like my show, please remember to like, share and subscribe. The more subscribers I get, the more shows I can do for you. And I hope it's a little bit of light entertainment. So that's it for me today. So if you keep posted, I'll get you any information that I find out, I'll let you know. But in the meantime, have a good working week or weekend, depending on when you watch this video. And it's bye from me. Take care.